at this time. Do we have an applicant for this item? Please come forward, state your name for the record, spell your last name, and provide your address.
Sure, my name is Brad Moore. I am the Executive Director of the Overland Park Historical Society. Our address is 7319 West 79th Street in downtown Overland Park. My last name is Moore, spelled M-O-O-R-E. I think Aaron did a great job. And in respect to your time, I don't know that I have much to add other than to say I did share the design with DOP, Downtown Overland Park Partnership. They are very excited, particularly about the pedestrian plaza area on the north. We also I received a phone call of support from the owners of the bridal shop to the south. They live in Wichita, but they are in support of this. I think everybody who is aware of what we're going to do is very excited about it. It is really going to become a public amenity, a venue space, a venue option for small groups in the city, all the while retaining the history and retaining the original building built by William Strang in 1906, the train depot.
I have a couple questions for you. I think Commissioner Reitzes, you were first.
Thank you. Mr. Moore, just curious, with regard to the public plaza space, what sort of seating do you envision there?
Well, there's two. We've got, in fact, if we can advance to the slide that shows in detail the product that we have selected, you'll see those round tables with the built-in seats around them. Belson Outdoors is the manufacturer. They're vinyl coated. They can be secured to the ground so they can't be stolen. We did look at the outdoor furniture at Thompson Park, but we concluded because of it's a little more vulnerable at this location. We needed something we could definitely secure. And you might notice we're also proposing one of those two round tables to be handicap accessible with a space for a wheelchair person to enjoy also. And then we're also going to have some basic benches on the what we call east side of the pedestrian plaza that's really also a visual barrier, so nobody will try to take their car and drive up onto the pedestrian plaza.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Thacker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Moore, I think this is a wonderful development in addition to Overland Park to get this to be a really active place. I'm curious, is there anything planned on the east side of the building where you've removed the parking in that asphalt area? I mean, is that going to be a programmed area at some point or activity area?
Well, certainly, let's say, for instance, the Fall Festival. I can see where that space would be made available for vendors, porta potties, whatever. But its main purpose throughout the year is really as a drop-off point for school buses or vans dropping off a group of people or children, because we don't want, we are giving up 9 parking spaces to create this pedestrian plaza, which we're happy to do, but we have to make some kind of provision for school buses to bring kids safely so that they're not crossing a street or having to walk a great distance. So that's the primary function.
Okay, yeah, that makes complete sense. I agree with that. I would ask you to consider dropping in a few trees within the plaza in some sort of a tree well, because I think it would add a cooling element there. I think it's more conducive for people sitting there. So if that's a possibility to drop a couple trees in there, I think that would be great. But
okay.
Overall, it looks, I'm excited to see it come.
Any other questions for the applicant? I'm not seeing at this time. Thank you so much for being here. This does require a public hearing. If there are anyone that would like to speak on this item, please come to the podium. I am not seeing any, so we'll go ahead and close the public hearing and it's back before the commission. Commissioner Thacker, I think you were first.
Okay. Thank you. I'm looking for the stipulation numbers real quick. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is a wonderful improvement to the city, so I'm looking forward to that coming in. I would move for approval of final development plan DEV 2022-40, that's Strang Depot exterior improvements, subject to stipulations A through L.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Not seeing any, we'll call for a vote on final development plan DEV 2022-00040, Strang Depot interior improvement, subject to stipulations A through L. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes 9-0.